What's up guys, if you're just tuning in, my name is Zeus and welcome to the channel. I went ahead and picked up a pair of BC Racing BR Series coilovers, so I guess I'll see you at the shop. This is gonna be a little bit tricky. It's just me here. Don't know where I'm gonna put this camera at. I'll figure this out. You got 3 bolts up top. So what you wanna do is you wanna loosen 2 of them. I already have these 2 loosened, and keep a 3rd one tightened so that the entire thing doesn't fall down. Remove that, your brake line bracket. You want to pull off your ABS sensor. You want to go down here, you want to remove this lower strut mount. Yep, that lower strut mount bolt right there. It's a 16 millimeter on both sides. Excuse me, it's a 17 millimeter on both sides. When you get that bottom bolt and nut out of the lower mount for the damn strut, right? So you can't pull it off like that. Like, you need more clearance, so somehow you're gonna have to push this down, but the only way to do that is either take this entire thing off here, or you just loosen that nut. I really didn't want to, but I mean, it's gonna have to get done. So just pull that cotter pin off, and then you back that nut out to get a little bit of clearance. I'm not gonna take it off all the way. Then it should be able to drop that strut off the strut tower, and then we'll get the coilovers in. All the way off, and now take it down. I went ahead and jacked up the lower control arm, and it brought this all the way up just enough so I can get that nut on the upper control arm. It also did me a favor, it lined up that lower mount for the coilover. So this is looking pretty good. This is the first one I'm doing, so I'm only just a mediocre mechanic. I went ahead and put on the brake lines back on. I'm gonna go ahead and mount the ABS points back, and then I'll tighten everything down. So this one's pretty cut forward. I'm gonna grab a light. Got 2 bolts up top, 12 millimeter. We got 1 bolt right here, and the nut on the back side. Those are both 17s. And then we got 1 for the lower, which is also a 17. Cut, dry, pretty simple. You want to drop this strut first. After you drop the strut, loosen that. That'll come down. We'll put the new springs on, and then we'll throw the shocks on the ride after. Pretty cut and dry. this little doodad out of there. All right. Then you're gonna have this on the bottom of the spring. Kind of sits like that. You want to keep this, and you want to put your new spring back on top of it, like such. All right, this is gonna be the bottom, and then you're gonna put the spring perch on top, just like so. This is how it all. And that's how it's gonna mount inside of the car. This is what it should look like. Make sure you guys leave your collars loose on your coilovers so that you can adjust the height later when you drop the vehicle. Because if you don't, it's gonna be a little pain in the ass later. And this is my first time doing it, so this took me about, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours. Okay, let me quit bullshit. It took me like 2 or 3 hours. All right, so we finally got the new coilovers on. We got the old springs off. There they are on the table. Boom. The only thing we have to do now is put the wheels and tires on, then measure for the length, and then it'll be on the road. Pretty much what you want to do to get the right height is you want to measure from the center of the hubcap to the bottom of the fender. Right? Measure from here to here. Measure in inches, then you figure out how much drop you want by inches. So pretty much my rears were 14.25 inches from the center all the way to the top. I wanted to bring it out to 12.5, which would bring my fender to about right here. And after I get spacers and everything will be flush. Cool. This is the next day. It's a little cloudy and rainy today. It's pretty shitty, but I want to do a little follow-up. So I decided not to make an adjustment on the coilovers. The reason why is because I'm going to have to rip it apart probably on Saturday. I'm going to put new rotors and brakes on it. So the fitment isn't too bad. It's probably dropped 1 inch from factory. I don't want to go too low with this thing. I already scrape, even though it's not that low right now. But really, I want it to be kind of functional. So I'm not going to drop it down too much. What I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to lower it down probably till about the tread begins here. I'm going to poke the tire out a bit so I can have a little bit of a poke on my fitment. That's pretty much what I'm going for with this thing. I still need to fix my goddamn door handle. This is so upsetting. I bet you're wondering, hey, why is your freaking window cracked? Well, that's the reason. I gotta reach in here and open the door from the outside every single time I want to get in. But wrap this thing up. One last thing, I do want to say that this video is not a tutorial on how to install coilovers. It's simply just me putting coilovers on. I'm gonna wrap this video up. I'm gonna go pick up some parts for this thing. It has this really bad squeal, so I'm probably gonna have to replace the belt and the idler pulleys. So I'm gonna pick that up right now. I'll see you guys in the next video.